Hello and welcome to today's webinar, Navigating Financial Uncertainty. I am Kim Allison, the VP of Marketing and Business Development here at CDC Federal Credit Union. And we put this together for you because if you are watching this, most likely there has been a government shutdown. So we hope that you will gain some insight from the resources that we are sharing today. And please reach out if you need assistance. And we will go ahead and get started. Going through an unexpected change in life, such as a government shutdown, will impact your financial situation, can cause a lot of emotions from stress, anger, frustration, and shock. It's crucial to allow yourself to feel the emotional impact while also taking steps to address the situation. We want to help you by reviewing a few items you could do. We are going to talk about assessing your situation, discuss resources available to you, and help you plan for the future. First, take a deep breath. You are not alone. 87% of adults are stressed about rising prices, with 65% saying money is a significant source of stress. It's going to be okay. It's not your fault, and you are not alone. Let's move into the logistics of what action you can take today to create a little more certainty. First, you want to determine the length of your hardship. This can help inform your decisions. Your hardship could be short-term, say from a government shutdown. Some other examples of a short-term hardship could be a temporary change in income or paying off a large bill during an extended period of time. Short-term means lasting 6 months or less. Typically, the shutdown doesn't last that long, but there are some key tools that you can use to help manage through the shutdown, whether it be for 1 week or 6 weeks. A longer term hardship could be something like job loss or any other hardship that you foresee altering your financial future, but not permanent. Permanent financial hardships are hardships that significantly change your finances forever. This could be something like a loss of family, new disability, divorce, or separation. Once you have determined how long your financial hardship will last, the next step is to begin to review your assets. First, start by reviewing your account balances. Gather your credit union statements for all accounts, checking and savings. Review your transactions for any discrepancies and review your balances to understand how much money you have to work with. Next, check your cash on hand. Do you have any other available funds on hand not in a bank account? Take note of how much. Next, review your retirement accounts. Review your 401k or any other investments such as Roth IRAs, stocks or bonds or CDs. Becoming aware of this information will provide you with a better understanding of your options. Typically, we don't suggest pulling money from retirement accounts where you could be penalized, but we also understand you need to do what is best for your situation. So knowing where everything is and the amounts is going to help you make your decision that's best for you. Once you have reviewed all your assets, it's time to review all your debts. Have your credit union account statements and credit card statements available. Your checking and saving account statements can give you a clear idea of what debts you may be spending on monthly. Gather your credit card statements and review all your transactions. Make a list of all your creditors you may have. So personal loans, car loans, any other monthly debt that you are making a payment on. Write down the current balance, the minimum payments, the interest rates, and the due date for every creditor. Once you have reviewed all your debts, it's time to create an emergency budget. An emergency budget is the budget you will be using the time of financial hardship. So this emergency budget you could use just for the time of the shutdown, or if you are having another short term, that whole extended amount of time, you would use this budget during. Write down all your monthly expenses and your current hardship income. Use your credit union and credit card statements to help with the prioritizing expenses. Priority expenses include rent or mortgage payments, groceries, car or transportation costs, and any other essentials. Review the budget for any areas that can be eliminated or reduced during the hardship, such as streaming services, food delivery apps, and subscriptions that you do not need. Please request this budget template by emailing me at kallison@cdcfcu.com. During your time of financial hardship, you may anticipate falling behind on some of your payments, but there are options. There are different hardship options that may be available to you. One option that may be available for loans and mortgages is a forbearance. A forbearance allows you to temporarily suspend your payments for a certain period of time. The length of your loan may change with this option, however. If you have a car or a personal loan, you may be able to obtain a loan extension. A loan extension will allow you to add the payments you are unable to make due to hardship to the end of the loan, extending it by that amount. For example, you are having a financial hardship for 2 months and will be behind on your car loan. Your car financer may grant you a loan extension, adding the 2 months you are unable to pay at the end of the loan. If your loan has a 36-month term, it might now become a 38-month term. We do offer a skip-a-pay option for certain loans, and I will give more information about that in a minute. If you have a mortgage or behind on payments or anticipate falling behind, you can request a loan modification with your servicer. A loan modification restructures your loan with new terms that may be more affordable to do for you during your hardship. Contact your servicer as soon as possible for more information. You can also contact your creditors to restructure the term of your loans. Your creditors may be able to adjust the payment amount, the due date, the interest rates. You will want to know what you can afford and let them know why you are requesting the change. Some may offer an option for a short period of time. Others may make the change for the remainder of the loan. If you are asking for help with credit cards, they will likely be closed. A debt management program is offered by nonprofit organizations like our partner, GreenPath. They set up the repayment terms and help you manage the repayment. If you are interested in this, I will share a slide with their contact details at the end of the webinar. As you are going through this process, communication is essential. If you have a financial partner, be sure to create a plan with them. Your financial partner could be a spouse, a significant other, or anyone that you share your expenses with. Discuss a plan to get through the hardship. Decide together what expenses are priority, what will be eliminated, what and how expenses will be split. Finally, reach out to your creditors. Make sure to document all your calls, writing down the date and time you spoke with your creditors and what was discussed and who you spoke with. If you enter into a hardship plan, be sure to request written confirmation of all plans. Review all your statements and make sure they reflect the hardship agreement. We know it's difficult, but you want to contact your creditors as soon as possible. Do not wait until you fall behind. It's going to be okay, but communication is key. If you are feeling overwhelmed or are uncomfortable making the calls to your credit card companies to request new payment terms on your unsecured debt, a debt management program might be a good fit. We understand that unexpected financial challenges can arise during a government shutdown. That's why we're here to support our members who are federal government employees. If you are affected by the government shutdown, you have access to the following options. Furlough lines of credit to provide financial flexibility during this temporary disruption. This can help cover essential expenses and ease any immediate financial burden. This is available to members with direct deposit set up prior to the shutdown. The line of credit will be for the same amount you have set up as your direct deposit. Personal loans. Our members can apply for personal loans to manage additional expenses or bridge financial gaps caused by the government shutdown. Lastly, skip a payment options. Existing loan holders can skip a payment to alleviate financial stress. Your financial well-being is our priority, and we're dedicated to assisting you during this challenging period. If you need assistance or have questions about these options, please reach out to our associates at 404-325-3270. Overcoming the financial hardship may be stressful and difficult in the moment, but you will get through it. Once you have passed the hardship or things begin to feel a little bit more manageable, it's time to start planning for the future. Having an emergency fund is so important to have. Life is unexpected, and sometimes unexpected events that can impact us financially can happen. Having an emergency fund can help reduce stress and get you through the hardship. When building an emergency fund, start small. Consider setting aside a portion of your income each pay period into a savings account for your emergency funds. Start with a small amount. Oh, I'm sorry. Emergency fund is not intended to use for a goal or an extra want. So again, emergency means something like you got a flat tire. Now you have to replace a minimum of 2 of those tires. Your heating system at home stopped working and now you've got to replace that. Those are emergency funds or emergency events. Keep emergency funds separate from other savings. If you are saving for a goal or something specific, keep your emergency funds in a different account. You want to make sure emergency funds are strictly for emergencies only. This is extremely important because emergencies don't happen when we are planning for them. They happen at random times, and usually when you are applying money to other things, you don't have the extra funds for the emergency. That's why having it in the separate account will be very helpful when that emergency does occur. Once your financial hardship has ended, you may resume using your regular budget and your spending plan or spending plan. Create a new spending plan and update it regularly as your income changes. Consider reviewing your budget every 6 months. I suggest reviewing it every month because if we don't stay on top of our budget, our spending plan, then we let things slide and things get misaligned. And the next thing you know, we're spending 30% of our budget on food delivery instead of where we wanted it to go. Be sure to track all your spending. This can be done with your credit union statements. It can be done inside the online banking portal. Budgeting apps, there's plenty of them out there, and you can do good old-fashioned writing it down with pen and paper. You can even use Excel. So however works best for you to keep track of everything, that's the way to do it. Look for opportunities to save more. If you are expecting a bonus, a tax return, or any other lump sum of money, consider allocating those funds for savings. Shop with coupons and discounts to save more on everyday expenses such as groceries and anything else that you continue to buy. Avoid spending on unnecessary items because they are discounted. That is exactly why I gave up my Costco membership. Think of the expenses that you eliminated during your emergency budget. You might find that you don't need these extra expenses after all. Look for opportunities to earn more. If you're looking to make any extra income, consider a second job such as Uber or delivery apps, taking extra hours at work if available, or even having a yard sale. Lastly, when planning for the future, you want to review your credit report on a regular basis. You can visit annualcreditreport.com to request a free credit report from all 3 bureaus once a week. Again, that's annualcreditreport.com, right there on the screen. Make sure you make note of that. Other websites will charge you, and this is the only website that it is free. Try to avoid applying for any credit that you may not need, such as additional credit cards or loans. Try to manage and maintain the credit you already have. So knowing your credit limits on your credit card and how much of that you are using is very important. Be sure to dispute any inaccuracies you may find on your credit report. Contact the credit bureaus immediately to report any inaccuracies and place a freeze on your credit reports. A credit freeze will prevent any creditors from accessing your credit report without your authorization to lift the freeze. A credit freeze can be placed for as long as you like until you choose to lift it. GreenPath is a nationwide nonprofit that provides financial education and tools for people to lead financial healthy lives. GreenPath certified counselors can conduct a free confidential financial assessment with you. This involves taking a look at your budget and collaborating to develop an action plan to help you work towards your financial goals. GreenPath can also talk about other financial concerns or goals you have related to things like credit, housing, student loans, debt. GreenPath financial wellness experts will discuss pros and cons of any and all options that make sense for you. and this is our partner. We make sure that they are available for all of our members. So please, if you want to talk to someone about a debt management plan or about helping you manage other financial pieces of your life, please give them a call. If you would like to speak to them, you can call GreenPath or you can learn more on their website. I've listed their phone number right there. Also, if you are not a member of the credit union, but you are interested in joining, then please use this promo code FURLOUGH26 when you fill out the application. We will fund the first $25 to open up this savings account. Simply go to our website, cdcfcu.com, and click on the green Apply button. And then at the end of it, it will ask you for that promo code, FURLOUGH26. So I do offer financial webinars every month. We send out an email about them to all of our members, and then also we include them, some of them in the CDC daily email. So please check back at any time. You can scan this QR code to go to our webpage to sign up, and also favorite that page so that you don't have to look for it and you know exactly where to go. I usually put the webinars up per quarter. So, and make sure that you sign up and register for those webinars, and they are limited to 500 people. So register in advance if you can, and don't just add it to your calendar. You can find, if you don't feel like scanning the QR code, you can find those webinars at cdcfcu.com and go to the resources tab and then financial workshops page. Well, thank you so much for attending. I appreciate you guys showing up and your interest in trying to manage uncertainty with your finances. If you do have any questions moving forward, please reach out to me. It's kallison@cdcfcu.com. Thanks and have a great day. Bye.